Well, I think that we can make gender equality a political priority by showing what is missed when we don't take into account gender equality. And if I can give you an example from my own country, from the Netherlands, I had discussions with my colleagues from the health ministry, and I discussed the fact that all the policies in the Netherlands on this issue are gender neutral. And they said to me, well, that's fine because men and women have the same entrance to the health system. And I said, no, it's not. Because it's gender neutral, and it means that women don't get the treatments that they need in the health service, so they die. Sometimes they die, they simply die. And another thing is, because it's gender neutral, I'm sure that we spend a lot of money that shouldn't be spent. So there's an economical reason also to pay attention to gender equality in the healthcare system. And that's how I convinced my colleagues that we should pay attention to gender equality in their policies. And I think we can discuss this with all the ministries. It goes for all the ministries. If you don't pay attention to gender equality, you simply have not only a human rights problem, but I think also an economic problem. And I think it was stressed also in the panel this morning, just before we broke up for the lunch break. And I can completely underline what was said there. It's also an economic case, gender equality. I don't say per se that it shouldn't be gender neutral, because gender neutrality, if men and women receive, let's say, the same treatment, so to say, there's no problem. But in the case of the healthcare that I just mentioned, we found out by research that the fact that the healthcare system was gender neutral, it cost lives. So what I would like really is that policymakers do an impact assessment, a gender impact assessment, when they develop policies. They look at the outcomes, and if they find out that the policies, that women don't benefit or men don't benefit the way it was meant, then you have to adapt your policies. And gender neutral policies can be fine. I mean, they can be fine as long as women and men are treated equally. But if this impact assessment shows that there is a difference in treatment, then we have a problem, and you have to adapt your policies.